special program designed by nutritionist Alice Sykes.
The worry with these teenagers is that ill health is right around the corner. Death will be sooner than they think unless they do start taking responsibility for their own health.
22 stone, 16-year-old Chris, the heaviest of our teens, has already had a wake-up call about his health.
My granddad was diagnosed with diabetes, and then my dad was diabetic. So I'm afraid now that I'll get diabetic, then I'll have to have tablets for the rest of my life. And I don't want that.
No.
The 16-year-old Lancashire schoolboy helps out his dad on his burger van, but it's feeding his junk food addiction.
Burgers, sausages, bacon. You can't just have one. You have more.
The result is a body that makes him shudder.
The man boobs, I absolutely hate them because they're all saggy and big and everything.
Dad Martin regrets setting the example that transformed an angelic child into a 22-stone teen.
He doesn't like enjoy eating Mars bars and crisp and all that, because I know I do. And all of a sudden it catches up to you. And I'm 37-year-old, I've got diabetes, I've got high blood pressure, and on these tablets, at least 16 a day.
He's determined that Chris's health won't suffer the same fate.
At his age, you might think that you live forever, but you don't. And if you don't look after yourself, life can be very short.
At last, Chris is waking up to the gravity of his situation.
And that's probably my greatest fear. Dying too young and dying because of my weight.
One of his great motivations is his performance in the bedroom.
When you're overweight, you can't go really long pleasuring a woman. You're always thinking at the back of your mind, God, am I sweating? Am I going to conquer it or anything like coughing and puffing and everything? If I lose weight, then my performance will improve, and I won't have the fear of squashing one up on top.
At home anyway.
Stone social care student Hamim is from a large Muslim family in Essex. One of 6 children, he's always been overweight, and now the fat plays a key role in his personality.
Some people would say I'm like a teddy bear and stuff like that, and I like being fat because like everyone says you're warm and like they can hug me and everything. They just like me.
For Hamim, losing weight in Borneo is almost a drawback.
I almost like being big and fat because I want to miss my fat, because sometimes it's just nice to shake it as well. It's just like, it's something that I always do.
His biggest weakness is his mum's home cooking.
Give me a bit more.
But his family is worried.
I mean, he's a big fatty, and we think he got some obvious problem.
We'd tell him off, but then would share the food with him anyway. So, it just turns into a cycle, so I can't completely blame him.
Hamim may lack discipline when it comes to food, but he's devoted to his faith. Unable to prepare or eat non-halal meat, he's determined to contribute to the team in other ways.
I obviously can cook, I obviously can cut a fish. I can do a few things that I know they might not be able to do. We just need to work as a group and figure it all out, who's going to do what or how it's going to be done.
Diet is unprocessed, it's unrefined. They do eat large quantities, but they burn those calories, and you can see it from their body shapes.
b.m.i teen body fat averages less than 10%, a dramatic contrast with their British counterparts. At nearly 50% body fat, they're 5 times the size.
All right, done.
No stranger to leading by example. Back home in Fife, Scotland, he's a scout leader.
Hang them together so that when you go back to look for them, you got a complete set.
But his confidence has been undermined by his bulk. He started putting on weight when, as an 8-year-old, his parents split up.
I can't fit it. Well, I never went out, I never did. I just ate.
was a particularly difficult breakup, and the kids, I'm afraid, were affected by it. There was a huge emotional upheaval there where the comfort eating crept in, if you like.
And as he piled on the pounds, his life only took a turn for the worse.
Got just called names. Once got tripped over and kicked in the stomach, called fatty. I got quite down at times.
Now he has poor self-esteem.
Looking like this is quite disgusting. It's not a nice sign for anyone to see.
It makes me feel quite sad that there's a lovely person within that body and that he feels so bad about himself.
But Rory has found a release from his low moments.
Music's an escape for me. It's something that I use to sort of get out of the way that you're feeling.
And having just finished his hires, the Scottish equivalent to A-levels, he's worried his weight will stop him turning his passion into a career.
Been in a few bands. The images that you usually see with bands nowadays, or you never really see fat guys playing guitar.
Rory had already embraced the need for change before leaving for Borneo.
Chinese foods and chip shops, it's all too easy, and I think that my attitudes to food have started to change more recently.
With Rory now on the verge of his first proper hunt, he seems to have a very healthy attitude towards killing animals.
I'm not okay with killing animals for no reason, but if that's going to be the food for me and the people that I'm staying with, killing that animal, it's not going to feel wrong.
And unluckily for the chicken, Rory's true to his word. He struggles to eat it.
I'm going to eat fish. Well, not for the first time, but I've tried it before, it's disgusting.
Back at home, 16-year-old head boy Chris can't stop himself from eating badly.
I just think, what's point of counting calories or looking at food, burgers, sausages, bacon.
But he's already had a warning of the consequences.
My granddad was diagnosed with diabetes, and then my dad was diabetic. So I'm afraid now that I'll get diabetic, then I'll have to have tablets for the rest of my life, and I don't want that.
But first of all, he has to change his attitude to food.
Majority of vegetables I don't really like, so I don't really go for them. I think fish really does smell. I just hate that fishy smell. It just really knocks me sick, and that makes me feel like I don't want to eat it.
After 3 weeks in the jungle, is Chris finally ready to start a healthy diet?
Really nice, that. So sharp. I actually feel stupid now because all these years I've missed the show. It's changed me in 3 weeks from 16 years. I've always missed it out, so I'm very happy.
Best day so far, completely. I can't tell you.
We'll do it before we leave, because I think we've mastered everything we've been challenged with so far.
18-year-old Welsh farmer Jimmy's no stranger to tackling large animals. He's an avid rugby fan. But he put on 3.5 stone when he snapped his wrist, and it stopped him playing his beloved game.
It was just so frustrating. I'd be with the boys and they'd kick the ball around, and I'd have to sit on the sidelines and watch. Just because I'd snapped my wrist, and all the work I'd done in the summer, losing weight and being on the fitness was just a waste of time.
But the size of his portions and his binge drinking are also to blame.
After a rugby session, the target's 20 pints, but I'm the fastest boy in the youth at down in a pint.
And this competitive spirit carries through to his attitudes to all aspects of life.
I'm very competitive. I hate losing. I don't mind losing to a better person. It's just, they've got to be really good.
Jimmy even sees weight loss as something he has to achieve.
There is no option to fail for this. This isn't just like education or school. This is my life.